Hi friends, today I want to talk to you about Shaheed Udham Singh, one of the lesser known freedom fighters of this country. Well, some people, especially in the Punjabi community, I assume, already know about Shaheed Udham Singh. But I believe that knowledge about him must go further to each and everybody possible. And to those also who have heard about him or understood about him, they need to know the details about specifically about what was his so great contribution. Now, in recent years, people have really understood the role that Bhagat Singh played in the independence struggle. But still, the role of this man, Shaheed Azam Udham Singh, is lesser known. Now, let me come to his biggest contribution so that we can understand. He assassinated Michael O'Dwyer, the man who was the Lieutenant Governor of Punjab, as I understand, during the time of the infamous Jallianwala Bagh massacre, an event that changed Indian history. Around 21 years after the massacre, the man got revenge. I will tell you in the end of this video why that was so significant. But quickly, Udham Singh was born in a farmer's family. His parents died when he was very young, 3 or 4 years old. So he was born and brought up along with his brother in an orphanage. There he did his studies and graduated around the time of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. And he was around 20 years or so of that age at that time, and it really affected him. He soon joined, some say, the Qadar party. I don't know if you know about the Qadar party, but the Qadar party was a group of revolutionaries operating in India and also a lot in many other foreign countries like the USA and etc., where they were trying to mobilize support and resources and weapons for the Indian struggle. Their thought was, one is to mobilize foreign opinion, and B, that you will need an armed struggle for independence. Udham Singh came heavily under the influence of Bhagat Singh and really believed in him and worked towards the revolutionary struggle. He arranged for many arms, etc., and revolutionary material to be got into India under the guidance, supposedly, of Bhagat Singh. But then he was arrested around the same time that Bhagat Singh and all these revolutionaries were arrested, and he was in jail. But finally, he was acquitted. After that, he managed to escape to Kashmir, from there to Germany, and from there onwards to London. He met with many Irish revolutionaries. As you know, at that time, there was a deep connection between Indian revolutionaries and the Irish revolutionaries who were also struggling for independence from Britain. And by the time he came to Britain, as you know, that the famous general who did the Jallianwala Bagh massacre is called General Dyer, but he had already died in 1927. So Udham Singh could not kill him, but he at that time had reported to the Lieutenant, Governor of Punjab, who was Michael O'Dwyer, who had allowed all of this to happen and hence was equally guilty. So Udham Singh decided that he was going to assassinate him, and in 1940, when he was going to, Michael O'Dwyer was going to make a speech in one major event on India, Udham Singh hid his revolver in a book and he shot him right there before he was going to give his speech. At his trial, he was unapologetic and he said that I have achieved revenge after 21 long years. Now, there have been revenge killings, and political assassinations. But why does Udham Singh deserve so much acknowledgement? At that time, some political leaders discredited also, saying that no, no, this was not a sensible act. But thankfully, the Punjab government refused to, follow the British line and say that, this was a terrorist act or something, because this was a revolutionary. And the reason is very simple. He revenged in whatever means possible for the killings of Jallianwala Bagh, where hundreds of innocent people, if not thousands, were massacred brutally by an oppressive regime. What it also showed the world was that, Indians do not forget. And for Udham Singh, and even, for the whole Punjabi community, it showcased that even if, and which is something which has been shown in the habit of the Punjabi community for very long. If you recall, I'm drawing a parallel, which I don't know if people will appreciate or not, but Banda Singh Bahadur, many years after the children of Guru Gobind Singh had been killed, took revenge on the Mughal heads who had, ordered those massacres, right? Udham Singh, in the same tradition, showed that if we do not have the odds at our end, one day, given the chance, they did manage to take revenge. He did try to tell the British that if people will do atrocities on Indians, one day they will do revenge. So the Indian government and the Indian people gratefully understand Udham Singh as a great freedom fighter. He was given the title of Shahid-e-Azam, and there have been, certain events to honor him and all. But still, I think people mostly across the country, and specifically in the non-Punjabi belt, have not heard much about him. It amazed me also because I also got to know him in my college days or something, that there was somebody by this name, and it really surprised me because unlike Bhagat Singh, he is not that really well known. His contributions going in the heart of London and taking revenge on behalf of a nation against the man who did such atrocities must be further acknowledged. There are holidays in Punjab, Haryana, I believe, in some areas, I'm not sure, sometimes in his honor and etc. etc. But I think every Indian must know about this. At the end, any assassination is not a great thing, is not a good thing at all, is not justifiable. Violence cannot be justified. But in this scenario, this had to be done by a revolutionary for against a man who had done untold crimes against Indians. I don't know if you know, but there were actually debates in London when Michael O'Dwyer and all returned about whether they saved India. I mean, in the sense, saved it them for British rule. Was their actions justified or not? While Indians and many Britishers, liberal Britishers, and across the world, absolutely, you know, what do you call, attacked them for their kind of atrocity that they've done in India. But Michael O'Dwyer and General Dyer, many sections of British society, specifically the the nobles and the lords and all, credited them for having saved British rule, try to justify their actions. That is shocking behavior. So Michael O'Dwyer till the end kept trying to explain his actions. But I guess as an Indian freedom fighter, Udham Singh did what he felt his countrymen deserved. Therefore, Our country needs to honor him as a great revolutionary and have his name among one of the most prominent acts of Indian freedom struggle. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Spread the message about this man. Bye.